Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. Dow down 43, NASDAQ down 62, S&P down 8, VIX creeping up to 17.15, up 2.94%. The day before the FOMC interest rate decision, VIX doing what I thought it would. I talked about it last week. Probably going to be creeping up first couple days. That it has. No 1 DTE for me today with FOMC tomorrow. Just kind of stay away from the 1 DTE the day before. Typically, you don't get a ton of theta decay on it, but morning Articulate, morning Brandon. Most stocks in the red. We got Netflix, Apple, and Nvidia in the green. Not by much. SMCI in the green, but not by much. In terms of news, at the top of the hour, we've got the JOLTS, the delayed report. And there is the bell. Tesla with a nice little push up here in the last 5 minutes. Chips week. Meta been weak lately, pushing down. Big push down out of Meta. A lot of stocks pushing down here. You kind of expect. The market seems always to do what you don't expect it to do. It's high chance of a rate cut tomorrow. Market loves rate cuts, but yet, down yesterday, down today. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a rate cut and it's down tomorrow. VIX pushing up. Coinbase down 1.6%. CoreWeave down 1.5. Hood down 1.5. Meta down 1.4. And Meta's kind of been in a bit of a down slump. Apple pushing up. Dow up 128. S&P just went green. Tesla pushing, just went green. Nice push up in Tesla. Tesla may get a volume bar. It's about halfway there already. S&P pushed up above yesterday's close. Meta staying weak, not bouncing with all these others. NVIDIA, same thing. Microsoft, same thing. Yep, looks like Tesla's going to get a big volume bar to the upside. go. Tesla's getting a bar as big as the first now. Using the 3 DTE today, 3 days to expiration. Apple pushing up above yesterday's highs. See what kind of a pullback we get in Tesla here. Nice bounce in the S&P and NASDAQ. Meta not bouncing with them. Seeing Tesla, I'm just kind of looking at strikes here. I would trade the 445 calls. 445 calls. I was going to see if it would pull back a little bit more before I got in, but it's just bounced. I'm going to put an order at 625 and see if it'll come down and hit it. It's on the 445 calls. 625. Darn it, I was looking at getting short Meta. Already dropped. So no real pullback in Tesla. Yeah, Meta falling. Darn it. I was going to get short some Meta. MU through highs. Apple pulling back a bit. All right, I'm going to cancel my Tesla. It just never pulled back. Also got that job openings report at the top of the hour, so just got to keep that in mind. Imagine we might get a little bit of chop here up until the next 15 minutes. SMCI down to yesterday's lows. Hood pushing through highs. AVGO up to highs. No mighty 90s. Tesla popped. Went through highs. Meta coming down to lows. Circle with a nice push up. MU pulling back. Guess MU technically had a mighty 90 short, but definitely like to see more volume pop than that. VIX 16.99. Coin pushing through highs. Dow up 108, NASDAQ down 48, S&P up 4. PLTR up to highs. SMCI through lows. So just not seeing anything I'm interested in yet. So just going to sit here and be patient. S&P through highs. Most all stocks pushing up except for Meta. SMCI. CrowdStrike, nothing but green. Yeah, at this point, it's probably best just not to even get into anything until the JOLTS comes out. A lot of times, if I'll get in one early, then I've already gotten out of some of it. I'm okay with that, but not sure what's going on with Meta. Meta's down about 20 points since last Friday. Actually, is a buy for NTT as it pulls back into this candle in an uptrend. S&P pushing up. Hood with a nice push up. Coinbase, nice push up. Coinbase may get it's either going to get a mighty 90 short or a big bar. Guessing mighty 90 short. As it pushes up into yesterday's highs. Let's see if Coinbase can push up to yesterday's high. Nope. Definitely good looking mighty 90. I had the volume pop here, and then if you could have gotten in up here at yesterday's highs, it got rejected. The thing is it didn't stay up there very long before it came back down. S&P pushing up. I wonder if the data was leaked. Straight up so far. Yeah, VIX been contracting here. Jolts sometimes has a pretty big effect, but a lot of times you get an initial reaction and then it'll retreat or go back to where it was before the report. So, but we'll see here. Should be interesting. Tesla taking a pause before the jolts. Amazon up through highs of day. Microsoft through highs. Meta trying to bounce. Tesla to highs. Boeing coming down through lows. Tesla pushing up. All right, Jolts. Show us what you got. Not much of a reaction yet. Actual 7.67 million, forecasted was 7.11 million. A big old nothing burger. Man, what a push up in Tesla. All right. Somebody, now let's find a trade here. Apple coming down. MSTR with a big push up. I was watching Meta here to see if it gets rejected. It's kind of at this level where it really started to drop. Looks like it's trying to push through it. All right, now we're getting a little bit of a push up as the markets have had time to digest the movement of jolts, or the data of jolts. VIX down to 16.74. CrowdStrike getting a big green bar. Hood, nice push up. Coinbase, another mighty 90 at the moment, but that bar might get as big as the first. Same with Hood. Tesla with a little bit of a pullback here. CrowdStrike's bar turned red right at the last second. What am I wanting to do here? I think I might get short meta here. You know, it's bounced up, but it looks like it's going to get rejected. And if it does continue to shoot up, would be a small loser. Look at the 655 puts. 655 puts. Filled at 660 in meta. Filled at 660 on the 655 puts. And we'll close half at 730. Yeah, Hood had a mighty 90 short, actually. Filled at 730 in meta. So closed half of my meta there. Get out of another at $8. So the old jolts really didn't do a whole lot. Stayed within a 10-point range. Everything kind of taking a pause here. Tesla still kind of looks like it wants to go higher. Circle pushing up back up to highs of day. I was considering getting in on Tesla on that little pullback, but didn't. Now Meta's starting to reverse. Luckily, I did get out of half of that. MU right up at yesterday's highs. Looks like it might want to go higher. Take a long in MU here as it rests above yesterday's highs. 252.5 calls. $252.5 calls. It's trying to get filled at $5. Ugh. Filled at 520. Chased it a little bit. Chased it a little bit. Yeah, now it's coming down. I knew that would happen if I chased it. Should not have chased it. Definitely could have gotten filled. $5. Meta pushing up now. See if Meta gets rejected here. So S&P's been in a pretty tight range since the jolts. Yeah, CML, we always use the closest to zero every day. So yeah, today is the 3 DTE. Need MU up through highs of day. I did not get a good fill in MU. Soon as I got in, it dropped. Yeah, I was trying to get in so that I wouldn't miss it. Now it's coming down. All right, closing it. Filled at 480 to close. So not a good play on MU. Not a terrible loss though. VIX is just creeping. Creeping up. Meta couldn't break through that consolidation there. S&P coming down. Definitely starting to see some chop since that jolts. The jolts did not jolt it. Tesla holding. I'm debating getting long Tesla, thinking it might at some point push through. It really hasn't gone anywhere in the last 20 minutes. Meta's pretty much just been chopping as well, just like Nvidia, Tesla. Amazon, AVGO, they're both trying to go through highs of day. So just still short Meta. My next profit target's $8. It's a ways from that. MU pushed it back up through previous day high, which was my line in the sand. So see if it gets above it or if it gets rejected. If I'd have gotten a better fill, I may have held it longer. It's just that I chased it. S&P coming down now. Coinbase kind of trying to push back up as well. I mean, a lot of these stocks have been in a really tight, choppy range since the jolts. So some look like they're trying to break out one way or the other. MU pushing back up. Looks like it's trying to break out now to the upside. I might have held if I'd have gotten that better fill that I was going for. I put in an order at $5, ended up chasing it to $5.20. It's not a good thing to do. I was chasing it a little too much. Yep, Coinbase going to break out. I bet Amazon breaks out too. AMD with a nice push up. It definitely broke out of its little consolidation. All right, Tesla looks like it's going to break out. I think it wants to break out here. $450 calls in Tesla. Filled at $625. $450 calls filled at $625. Looking forward to breakout here and push up. AMD pushing above previous day highs. NASDAQ nearing highs of day. Circle trying to break out. Meta trying to bounce. Still hasn't crossed my line in the sand though. I was looking at either Amazon or Tesla to break through, push up. We'll see which one does first. Right now, it's looking like it might be Amazon. Or this could all be a head fake, and maybe they come back down. Coinbase, another candidate to continue to push up. Man, Meta just going nowhere. It looks like the winner is Amazon. Tesla's not far behind, breaking out. I'm gonna go ahead and just close my Meta. It's just not doing what I want it to do. Filled at 655. It's a little bit of a profit there in Meta. Close half my Tesla at 690. Yeah, there goes Amazon. What'd I say? Although it's still a pretty tight range. Tesla trying to follow along. Need one of those really nice big bars, 3 or 4 point move. And this is some chop though in the S&P. MSTR through highs of day. Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, just chopping. I'd like to see, before I put a TLC trade on, which way is this going to break out, this S&P chop. There goes Amazon. Looks like it wants to go. Anybody get in Amazon? S&P coming down a bit. Coinbase trying to go through highs. Micron trying to break out now. MU. Apple coming down through lows. I have a feeling if this market, if the S&P wants to go higher in the NASDAQ, that MU, Amazon, Tesla will go much higher. Definitely did not play MU very well. It all started with me chasing the price. Yeah, Amazon definitely would have. Look at Amazon. Definitely, I think, would have been the better one over Tesla. MSTR pushing. Tesla now coming back down. Bummer. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump off, and I'll see anything else I want to get in. I'll just let Tesla go, hoping it just holds where it's at. It doesn't come down much more. I'll post in the directional chat when I'm out of it. I'd like to see this S&P break out one way or the other before putting on a delta neutral trade, but who knows if that's going to happen. All right, I'll see everybody during Power Hour. Peace.